Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market, and today guys, to mention several things, we will go from Manchester United manager links to Real Madrid and something to clarify on Jude Bellingham, and then midfielders, and then Ousmane Dembélé. Let's jump into it together. And here we are guys, as always, to keep you updated on the market, and let me start from the news about players. First of all, because today official Conor Gallagher joins Tottenham Hotspur from Atlético Madrid, and that's an important news for a midfielder who was available on the market, wanted by Aston Villa. Aston Villa had a deal in place with Atlético Madrid verbally because they didn't agree with the player, and the player decided to go to Tottenham. Tottenham will pay 40 million euros fee to Atlético Madrid, and so for Tottenham a new midfielder incoming, a very good signing for Spurs, and for Atlético Madrid now 40 million euros from Tottenham, and also 23 million euros from Atalanta for Giacomo Raspadori. So good money available in the market for Atletico Madrid, thanks to the director Alemani, who's been working an important job in getting money for players that were not crucial for Diego Simeone, El Cholo, the manager of Atletico Madrid. But what's going to happen next? A name to watch closely, guys, is going to be João Gomes, the midfielder from Wolves. Because he's one of the players who's been on the list of Manchester United for a long time. But I always told you, when there were links with João Gomes, remember that for Man United, the priority in 2026 for midfielders is going to be players like Elliot Henderson or players like Carlos Baleba. So Man United already have some names on their shortlist. According to my information, João Gomes has been on the list for a long time, but never in the first positions. Always been one of the players in the list, but never in position top 3. Let's say like this. Then now, Atletico Madrid are considering a move for João Gomes because they have fresh money to spend, because they want to sign a midfielder, and because João Gomes is really appreciated. They have a very good relationship with his agent, and so there is movement around João Gomes. There is some clubs interested in the player for the summer, Napoli not only, but nothing is done, nothing is agreed, nothing is advanced for João Gomes in the summer, and so Atletico Madrid want to try to sign the player now, if they can convince Wolves. Wolves are obviously in a difficult situation in the Premier League table, and so obviously not easy to accept to let the player go now, but for sure there is movement around João Gomes, and so we will be following this situation because Atletico Madrid really wants the boy, as reported today by Marca. About midfielders, guys, I wanted to clarify something also on Sandro Tonali, because we had many stories regarding Sandro Tonali in the recent days and weeks. Few key points. First point, Tonali will not leave Newcastle in January. Forget about that, impossible. From Italy, there were some links, some stories. Italy, the possibility for Sandro Tonali to return to Italy at this point is linked to Juventus. Juventus consider Sandro Tonali their dream signing for summer 2026. They already wanted him in summer 2025, but was not possible to proceed with Newcastle. Juventus tried behind the scenes, but was absolutely impossible. And now for 2026, Juventus want to try for Sandro Tonali. So Juve will be there. Let's see what's going to happen. But on Tonali, let me say that people close to the player also expect Premier League top clubs to arrive and jump on the case for the possibility to sign Sandro Tonali. So Premier League top clubs, Juventus is going to be an interesting summer for Tonali. But remember that this depends on Newcastle. Newcastle are going to control the situation. Newcastle are going to control the price, and the price will be eventually important. It's on Newcastle, it's obviously also on the player, so let's see what Newcastle decide to do. I think Newcastle sent a clear message to the market when last summer they arrived to the final hours, the final minutes of the summer transfer window after 3 months of negotiations with Liverpool for Alexander Isak. So is Newcastle deciding what they want to do, the price and all the rest? It's not going to be easy. But Juventus will be there, and I think also top clubs from Premier League will be there for Sandro Tonali, for sure. One of the best midfielders around. I also wanted to mention something on 2 more players, guys. Stars, in this case. One is Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham wanted to clarify, after all the rumors of a bad relationship between him and Xabi Alonso, that there was nothing bad or nothing negative between him and Xabi. My understanding, guys, is that at no point Jude Bellingham was creating problems to Xabi Alonso. At no point Jude Bellingham had any kind of fight or any kind of negative discussion with Xabi Alonso. So Jude wanted to go public with this. because he feels that there was so much stuff in the media. And so this is why people confirmed that Jude wanted to go public and strong, because he believes that it was too much and he didn't have any kind of problem with Xabi Alonso. That is important to clarify. So, first point. Second point, another star, the Ballon d'Or, the winner of absolutely everything in the last 12 months, Ousmane Dembélé. Also, Ousmane Dembélé, we heard that Ousmane is negotiating a new contract at Paris Saint-Germain. Well, my understanding is that what happened is that Paris Saint-Germain have told Ousmane Dembélé and this camp that they want to negotiate a new contract with him, because he deserves, after a fantastic season, after being the face of this Paris Saint-Germain squad. So Paris Saint-Germain want to negotiate a new contract with Dembélé. But as of now, many of you are asking me, but it's true that he rejected the bid, that he wants 30, 20, 50, 40. At the moment, he's not at that stage yet. My understanding is that they started the conversation, still waiting on Paris Saint-Germain to send a first official new contract proposal to Dembélé, and then from there, we will see how the conversation goes. But it's still early stages. I would not be toxic to this case, because I think both Paris Saint-Germain as a club and Ousmane Dembélé as a player deserve respect, deserve time. They just won everything in terms of team awards, individual awards. They did fantastic. So let them work on this. There is a conversation ongoing. It's gonna probably take time. Obviously, when you sign a new contract with a player like Dembélé, you try to extend. It's always taking time, especially after a Ballon d'Or, especially after the level of Dembélé, which was already very high, is now even higher. So, work in progress. Negotiations ongoing. Let's see. They now will start with an official proposal. At the moment, it's only verbal conversations to tell Dembélé that they want to extend the contract, and we will see what's gonna happen there. Final answer, guys, is on Gareth Southgate. Many of you asking me about Gareth Southgate, mentioned by the English press as a candidate for Manchester United job. Mentioned several times. What I can tell you guys is that this name is always coming around when it's about Manchester United job, because Gareth Southgate has an excellent relationship with some people at Manchester United. And with some people at Ineos, so the co-owners of Manchester United, have a very good relationship with Gareth Southgate. But at the same time, I can guarantee that Man United, if they wanted Southgate, is available. So they had the chance to get Southgate now. They didn't proceed because at this stage, my understanding is that there are different priorities in the process that will lead Manchester United to pick their new future manager for the summer after Michael Carrick. Let's see how Carrick does, because maybe Carrick will be able to keep the job. But in general, Man United will start the process to find a new manager, as I always told you. And at this stage, nothing is concrete with Gareth Southgate. And so guys, let me hear your thoughts on all these stories from Tonali to Dembele, Conor Gallagher, and then João Gomes, Gareth Southgate, and all the rest. Your opinion, guys, here in the comments. Remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and see you here every single day with Fabrizio Romano.